Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So we got the crypto market here, Bitcoin trading at about $10,108 per BTC, Ethereum at $279 and XRP at 0.294. Everything rebounding a little bit since yesterday, and now we're seeing some green on the board, and the crypto market cap is gaining as well, $295.7 billion for the market cap. And remember what I told you yesterday about that inverse head and shoulders for XRP, and then we saw... So I was talking about this pattern here and how we were going to see a move up. And sure enough, we rebounded, okay, and we're still climbing up slowly, but we hit this new intraday high here, okay, trying to continue that momentum upwards. It is going to depend on the rest of the market. We saw Bitcoin move up as well, okay, you can see that same pattern here for Bitcoin. That inverse head and shoulders pattern. And what's significant is Bitcoin over 10,000 yet again. I saw somebody on Twitter and they were predicting, I forget who it was now, they were predicting that they don't think that we are going to see a Bitcoin under $10,000 ever again. And the way this market ebbs and flows, and the fact that it is still so fragile, without that institutional money, it still is hard to say. Once institutional money, though, gets pumped into the market at great volumes, then I think that will change the face of crypto, and for sure, we will start seeing the top coins surge after that. Ripple's IPO could be positive for XRP. So this from the Sologenic CEO. CoinField's XRPL project Sologenic announced its initial exchange offering on the 18th of February, and the team expects to sell at least 10% of the total supply of Solo tokens by the 25th of February. So they want to sell 10%, which is about 40 million Sologenic tokens, and this from Bob Rass, of course. But the main goal is that we get Solo listed on other major exchanges. So they are really promoting their Solo project. As you guys may know, they are building on the XRPL. As the Solo token sought listing at major exchanges, users will be able to convert any digital asset like Bitcoin or Ethereum into one of the 30,000 stocks and ETFs on the Sologenic platform in real time. So they're using it as a convertible crypto to purchase any other investment vehicles that they have on their platform, so stocks, ETFs, and it'll happen all in real time, which we haven't seen up until this point. However, on decentralized exchanges, tokenized assets will be tradable only against XRP and the Solo token. And with regards to Ripple's IPO, Bob Rass says, so I think by launching an IPO, Ripple is going to be much stronger. And obviously XRP is decentralized, they're not centralized, but it's going to affect that. I'm reading this quote verbatim here, so it's sounding a little confusing. I think you guys are getting the point. If Ripple is going to launch an IPO, it's going to have some effect on the price of the XRP, which I think is positive. So Bob Rass particularly thinks if Ripple does release an IPO, it will have a positive effect on XRP. People will put two and two together and realize Ripple is using XRP for the ecosystem, and thus will start investing in XRP. At least that is what his prediction is. XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter posted this. The IRS will hold a crypto summit in Washington, D.C. on March 3rd to better discuss their thinking around cryptocurrency taxes. So if you thought you were getting out of this next bull run without paying your taxes, folks, you should probably listen to this, because the IRS is not messing around. They're reportedly hosting a summit in a bid to open up dialogue on tax-related issues around cryptocurrencies. The agency has invited crypto companies and advocates to the summit scheduled to take place on March 3rd at the IRS Washington, D.C. headquarters. There's going to be a 90-minute panel talking on a bunch of issues like technology updates, taxation issues facing cryptocurrency exchanges, tax return preparation, and regulatory compliance. I wonder if somebody from Ripple is going to be there. So the panelists will share their views and engage the audience, which will include IRS personnel from across the spectrum of tax administration and individuals from other bureaus or offices within the Department of Treasury, said Bloomberg. And get this, the summit comes amid the IRS's toughened stance on cryptocurrency tax evasion. In 2019, the agency sent out thousands of letters to cryptocurrency holders who allegedly failed to report their earnings. So the fact that the IRS is doing this makes me think that they know something is up. Clearly they have one mandate. They want to collect your taxes, and they want you to all pay your taxes. And the fact is that now, in 2020, cryptocurrency is more popular than it ever has been. And so more investors are going to get involved. More people are going to invest in cryptocurrency. And so they want to get in on some of that tax revenue. It's interesting to think that you could have been a Bitcoin investor in 2013 or even before and could have possibly hidden your tax revenue from the IRS and probably would have gotten away with it because crypto was so small at the time. But now, no longer the case, guys. The jig is up. Pay your taxes. Be sure to be on the up and up, because once you become a crypto millionaire, the last thing you want is to be in jail or to have hefty fines digging into your profits. This also from XRP Crypto Wolf. Now, Jed McCaleb has finally weighed in on his selling of XRP. That is right. And so thanks so much to XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. I'm going to read the article here. Jed McCaleb says his XRP sell-off won't disrupt the crypto market. A recent Medium post from Blockchain Monitor Whale Alert showed that Stellar CTO Jed McCaleb sold more than 1 billion XRP between 2014 and 2019. So we know the history of this. He has been selling his XRP over the last several years, and some people were insinuating that this is what's causing market price to stay down. Well, Jed McCaleb clears that up. Following up on this, McCaleb told Cointelegraph in an interview that it's strange that so many people are focused on his recent trading of XRP, noting that others have sold much more in comparison. He says, "I have been transparent from the beginning. The market has known for years that I have been selling my XRP at a slow, steady rate. My investment decisions are not based on any desire to negatively impact other companies in this industry. I think the history to date shows there is no impact on the market, and I don't see any reason why that will change." And guys, you remember when Brad Garlinghouse was saying, this is not a winner-take-all industry. We're all in this blockchain industry together. We want to help each other. We want to help the cryptocurrency industry thrive. We're not here to take down our competitors. Everybody needs to be bolstered up, and realistically, what we need is crypto regulation. Well, Jed McCaleb thinks the same. McCaleb mentioned that he doesn't view different blockchain networks to be in competition with one another. He said, "We're all working towards making blockchain a viable, transformative industry. I think we can do that more effectively if we're supportive of others in the space. For my part, I'm focused on growing the Stellar ecosystem, of course, as he is the CTO of Stellar." So in 2014, Ripple wrote a post on a company forum explaining McCaleb's settlement of his XRP earnings. The article detailed how XRP was distributed among Ripple's original founders, noting that 20 billion XRP was divided among those individuals. McCaleb stated that his intention was to sell his portion of XRP. In turn, Ripple Labs engaged with McCaleb to enter a 7-year contract that would ensure the responsible distribution of his XRP stake in a way that would help grow the Ripple ecosystem. A Ripple spokesperson told Cointelegraph, "In 2016, we entered into a very structured agreement with Jed with the goal of ensuring distribution of his XRP holdings in service to a healthy, growing ecosystem without market disruption. With Ripple as custodian of Jed's XRP holdings, this agreement remains in place today." And so apparently his agreement was set to expire in the year 2020, which is this year, but there was an amendment to the agreement in 2016, and now it won't end until 2023. And for those of you thinking that McCaleb's XRP is just going straight up to the exchanges, he told Cointelegraph that he is selling his XRP on Ripple's internal exchange, which that's news to me. So, this not affecting XRP price, at least according to Jed, and it also sounds like Ripple's also agreeing with this sentiment. However, eToro's Matty Greenspan begs to differ. Price is simply a matter of overall volumes on the buy side versus overall volumes on the sell side. So more tokens sold definitely causes downward pressure on the price, especially when we're talking about large amounts. So Matty Greenspan rejecting this claim that McCaleb's sales will not affect XRP price. And how does Ripple's internal exchange, which I'm still trying to figure out what that is, factor into all this? Very, very interesting points that are being made here. I mean, it's probably just likely the mechanism they use to hold their XRP when they were selling more XRP over the counter to potential clients. They were using their internal exchange, and I'm assuming it doesn't affect price. So guys, I will link this article in the description if you want to read the full thing. Do you think Jed McCaleb's sales of XRP is indeed affecting the price because of the overall volume, or do you think that it has no effect at all because it's being done on Ripple's internal exchange? I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to be eligible for the Ledger Nano X giveaway that I'm giving away on March 15th. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.